What's up guys, it's Elliot here. Welcome to today's video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm currently standing outside the front door of my suite because I'm going to show you guys what my suite looks like, and I'm also going to show you guys my college dorm room. For those of you guys that are new, I'm a sophomore at Vanderbilt University studying business, and yeah, let's get started with this tour of my dorm. So to start off, the building I'm in is called Kassam, and it's open to all students except for freshmen who live in their own separate area called Commons. So my suite is a 6-person suite. There's supposed to be 6 name tags here, but 2 of them fell off, and basically I'm living with 6 guys that I was friends with during my freshman year. There are guys and girls on this floor, and guys and girls can actually live together in a suite. Everything here is co-ed. Before we get started, I just want to preface and say that this is actually one of the best dorms, one of the best living situations that you can get here at Vandy, and so it might not necessarily be representative of housing on campus. To get into the suite, you actually have to swipe your card, and the only people that have access to this specific card reader are the 6 of us that live in the suite. So let me swipe you guys in and show you guys inside. First things first, you guys always ask me why I keep my door open. I live with 5 of my closest friends and I trust them, so I don't need to lock my door all the time. And also there's that added security of having to swipe in order to get into the suite. At the door, I've got my pull-up bar, which I use if I ever need a quick break from studying or if I want a short workout. Also, I've got my penny board, which I use to get around campus. Next, I've got my whiteboard right here, which I use for planning, brainstorming. If I just need to write down a quick reminder, this is super useful. I think a whiteboard is a great addition to any college dorm room. I like to write my daily goals, my semester goals, all that type of stuff right here. This right here is my cabinet slash desk. I've got some of my favorite books right up there. I really do like buying books because I like to write in them, I like to take notes. Right over there, I've got some really random things. I've got like some lotion, creatine, my watch. This right here is the remote for my boosted board, and if you've seen some of my earlier videos, then you know that I usually ride that around, but it's currently broken and back at home, so I'm trying to get my hands on that ASAP, but as of right now, I don't have it here with me on campus. This right here is my bed. I believe it's a twin size. I have it right in the middle of like the highest position and the lowest position. The highest position is annoying because you have to like climb onto your bed, but the nice part is that you can't easily get into your bed. So in the middle of the day when you're like tired and want to take a nap, it's like really hard to actually go and take a nap. If your bed is too low, then it's really hard to store anything underneath, and personally storing things underneath my bed has helped save a lot of space in my room. Underneath my bed is mostly storage. I've got some clothes, I have some kitchen supplies, I've got some microwavable rice, which I think is actually pretty good. Again, like I mentioned, I think that this is a pretty good use of space, just putting your storage boxes underneath your bed. This mat right here is just something that I picked up from like Bed Bath & Beyond, some other store like that. It's really soft, so during the winter time when I get out of bed, my feet aren't touching the cold hard ground. Instead, I've got this mat, and it's really nice. I also want to mention that the cabinets right here were part of the room when I got here, and so that's just some Vanderbilt furniture. On my bed, I've got this hat, and I didn't really know where to put it, so I kind of just like threw it up right here. Over in this corner, I put this desk, which also came with the room. I have my printer, which is super useful. I definitely recommend getting a printer for college because professors will still ask you to submit things in person and not everything is online. It's also super annoying if you always have to ask your friends to print, or if you have to go to some printing facility on campus and pay to print. That's all really annoying. So if you just buy a printer, it's definitely a good investment. Next, I've got my textbooks. I have my notebooks for class, and I have this tripod which I use for all of my videos. I've got some more camera gear over there, a stapler, another useful thing to have, and then my journal. And I also store some stuff underneath this desk. Underneath the desk, I've got Cheerios, fruit snacks, I have some mac and cheese, Frosted Flakes, and a broken drone that someone gave to me. And yeah, I just pretty much store food underneath this desk. Right next to my desk, I've got this small cabinet which I use to store some random things. I don't even know what's in here. Looks like this is some random boosted board part. I've got a rubber band ball, some medicine, and right on top I have this fake camera lens which I use to store my pens. This is my favorite type of pen, this G2 pen right here, and then I also have my headphones right on top. Moving on to the desk. This desk is actually a used desk that I picked up right before I came to college, and this desk is from IKEA. By the way, I'm going to be linking everything in this video down in the description if you want to pick it up for yourself. But yeah, this desk is from IKEA. It's nice because it's not too big, but at the same time I have a good amount of space to get all my work done. I like having like clear empty space when I'm working, and this is where I edit all my videos, and also this is where I do most of my work. Over here on the right of my desk, I've got this desk light from Amazon. It was super cheap. Again, I'll link everything down below if you want to check it out. But what I like about it is you can change the brightness easily. Also, you can change the color. And so if I want to be super productive, I can turn on the blue light. If I want to just relax and chill out, I can turn on the warm light. And you can also change like the direction of it. You can change the rotation. All of this is super cool. Also, I've got this plant from IKEA. It's fake because I've definitely like let a real one die. But that kind of adds to the aesthetic of the table. By now, you guys have probably noticed the post-it notes on my wall, and this is kind of like my motivation board. I write down things that I realize about myself, things that specifically motivate me, and this is nice to have up here when I'm doing my work, and if I'm ever feeling unmotivated, I can just look up and read some of the messages that I've written for myself. Over on the left side of my desk, I have these nice Marshall speakers. They're Bluetooth. You can also just plug in your aux. So that's really nice. The sound quality is amazing. Honestly, having that speaker has really made me a happier person. I'm someone who loves music. I listen to music all the time, so really having the speakers has improved my life. Next, I have this hard drive which I use to store all my video files. Any editing I might do, I always use this. So this just stays right here, and whenever I need it, I just plug it into my computer. And finally, you guys are probably wondering why I have a shoe up here. And this is actually a shoe created by Gary Vaynerchuk, who's a huge role model for me. This shoe is called the Clouds and Dirt shoe, and I've talked about it a little bit before, like on my Instagram, which I'll plug right now. But basically, the sole has a cloud print on it. The other one has like a dirt print on it, and they kind of go together. And there's a message here on the bottom. I believe it says the mission, the motive, the macro. And it's just a super cool shoe that I got signed by Gary V in New York this past summer when I had the chance to meet him. And I kind of keep this shoe up there as motivation because Gary Vaynerchuk was really the one who got me interested in entrepreneurship, and he's impacted me in a serious way. So I kind of keep the shoe up here as a reminder of that. Underneath the desk here is the receiver for the LEDs, as well as an on and off switch, but I always leave it on and just control it with the remote. Let me pull the desk out here so you guys can actually see the LEDs. But as you can see, it's just an LED strip that I got from Amazon. I attached it to the back of my desk. It comes with adhesive on the strip, so that's kind of nice because I have the reflection of the light off of the back wall. What I like about this LED strip is the fact that it comes with this remote, and you can use it to change the colors of the light. And if you can't choose one, you can actually have it rotate between all the colors. And I think it's super important to have good lighting in any room, so this definitely adds to the aesthetic of my dorm. This right here is my closet, and I'm pretty minimalist, so I don't like to buy a ton of clothes. I have this suitcase for whenever I go back home. I've got this laundry basket right here, and then if you look towards the middle of my closet, you can see that I actually hang most of my clothes, and that's because it's a lot easier than folding it all the time. So a huge pro tip, if you bring a ton of these to college, then you don't need to spend a ton of time folding. You can just hang your clothes instead. And then if you look towards the top of my closet, you can see that I have some ramen right here. I've got a Canon bag for some of my camera gear, and then a umbrella for whenever it rains. I also have this small coat rack right here, and I actually still have my winter coat out because the weather in Nashville is pretty whack. Half the time it's pretty cold, half the time it's really warm. But I also have these 2 trash cans which come with every dorm room, and this thermostat which I don't take for granted because to be able to control your own temperature for your own room is absolutely huge. And finally, I don't know why I'm showing you guys this last, but I have these light switches. One is the main light that I rarely turn on because the color is kind of weird. And then I have the light for my closet, which I use quite often. I forgot to mention that this chair actually comes with the room, and it's like this rocking chair. I don't really like it a ton, but it definitely serves its purpose, so it's completely fine. And the last thing is that the ceilings of this room are pretty high, and so it definitely makes the room feel relatively spacious. Alright, so this is the living room of our suite. As you can see, it's pretty spacious and there's lots of room for activities. A lot of times we're playing Smash or playing card games, board games, or just hanging out. So the suite actually comes with that big couch you see in the back, as well as 2 smaller couches. They also give us a table as well as some chairs. Everything else, such as the chairs, the rug, the TV, is just stuff that the whole suite pitched in to buy. We have a nice view outside, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the living room. Alright, so this is our kitchen. We have a microwave and a sink and a fridge that they give us, and the only downside is that we don't get a stove, but that's okay because most of the food that I eat in college is microwavable anyways. This right here is our bathroom. We've got 2 sinks in here, and in here we have our bathroom as well as the shower. Alright guys, so that was my room and my suite. I know you guys have seen it before in previous videos, but it was nice to kind of give an official tour of this space. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, it helps a ton. And if you're interested in college or entrepreneurship, don't forget to subscribe. And finally, I just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you who have supported this channel. I think it's absolutely crazy to think about how far we've come in just 3 months. I definitely think that recently I've been a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too complacent when it comes to making videos, and I want to make sure that my creativity and the quality of my videos aren't suffering at the expense of the number of videos that I make. And so definitely it's going to be a priority for me in the future to work harder and stretch the boundaries that I have, to push my limits and produce content that I'm proud of. I'm super excited to see what I can do with some future videos. I hope you guys are excited as well. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.